Hey, what's happening? Today I'm going to be reviewing a dual channel wireless microphone by Comica. It's the XD Pro or the XD Pro. I'm not quite sure how they want me to say this, but they sent it to me to review, and I was really excited because I am about to buy the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone kit because I already have the single, and I've been using that a lot at the church that I work with. The pastor only ever uses one mic. I do everything by scene, so I only ever need one mic at a time. However, for a lot of my other clients, 2 microphones is great, and I usually have at least 2 people on camera at all times. So I'm very interested in this, and I'm very interested in how it sounds. I have it right now hidden. You'll see later in the video. I have it hidden, sort of. Right there's the end of the clip. It's under my shirt. I did some experimenting and some testing with it against the Rode and with and without a lav mic plugged into these receivers. And basically the way that I talk personally, and a few of my clients have loud first words. I don't know what this is called, but I tend to project. So projecting, you might hear, hopefully you don't, but you might be hearing some of it peaking, and basically it's peaking at the lowest possible level. So what's happening is the mic itself, the diaphragm in the built-in mic and the lavs that I'm using peaks. So no other settings, no other volumes that I turn down will help because the damage is done right at the source. So I'm looking forward to finding out. And if you have any suggestions, since I am used to using on-camera mics, and I'm used to using like the Rodecaster and podcast mics that don't distort at all unless you like right up against them. If you have any suggestions on what I can do, I have it down basically at my sternum, which is a highly suggested location. And if it's distorting now, I really don't know what else to do because I have the camera volume set at the minimal setting, and I have the receiver set at 0 dB, which is the lowest setting. On the Comica, it goes all the way up to 12 dB, plus 12 dB in 1 dB increments. So that's really, really helpful if you have quiet people. However, I rarely work with quiet people. I work with most of the people I work with are used to being on camera, so they know how to project, and they know like they're talking to the camera and they're doing a good job. But if you use a very sensitive microphone, it kind of will ruin all your audio for you. So I hope you enjoyed the intro, and we're going to get into this with some examples. Here we go. So I'd like to mention before I do the testing, the major difference between the previous model of the Boom X is that this has 8 gigabytes of internal recording. So that's like your backup audio and your audio all in one, without the need for a secondary recorder, just in case you are so far enough away from the camera that you lose transmission. Both transmitters are capable of recording on board. And the controls are all visible on everything, and you can see it on the receiver also. And I'd also like to point out, I think it's only the orange cable, so you have to make sure you're plugging into a laptop or a desktop computer with this plugged into the receiver. But this also doubles up as a sound card, so this is a really nice deal here. You can also plug it into a phone with the proper cabling, but I mean, it's hard to complain about everything that's included here. It really is. And not only that, but they're slightly more narrow than the Rhodes. So they're roughly the same size, but they're definitely lighter. And at first I was like, oh yeah, these are real cheap feeling. But, there's so much inside of these things that it's actually amazing that they made them so light. So I just wanted to include that before we do the audio tests. This is definitely an item worth looking into. Comica BoomX-D Pro with the built-in mic, nothing else. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Comica BoomX-D Pro with the included lav mic. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Comica built-in mic with included wind muff. And I'm doing this because I tend to talk pretty loud and deep, and it's distorting the mic on the lowest setting when I say my first word of every sentence. So I'm looking forward to using this professionally, but I need to find a way because there's a few clients that talk like kind of with an announcer's voice like I do. So I can't have it peaking, and I tried it with the lav mic too, and it basically does the same thing. It's like a proximity distortion where I'm just not, I'm not able to, the mic's not able to handle it, even on the lowest setting. And I have the camera on the lowest setting. Right now I'm at probably minus 12 dB, so we're really in the safe zone. I don't want to talk too long about this so you can A/B things, but I'm hoping as I'm talking right now with this that it's not peaking, because when I look, I'll show you right now. Yeah, yeah. That's probably distorting because it's going in the red on the mic itself, and there's no way I can control this. I have, funnily enough, I have the same exact problem with the Rode Wireless Go's, unless I use one of my lav mics. I forget what brand it is. It's a low price lav mic. It's just not as sensitive, but the built-in mic on the Rode is. So even if I have it at the lowest setting, on me personally, when I get excited or when I'm talking, the first word usually goes, and you know, there's no way to undo that. I'm sure there's a way to try to gate it out, but I would rather just have good audio from the get-go. At this point, I don't feel like I need to read this again, but for comparison's sake, I will. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. So now I'm still experimenting. Now I have it right here underneath my shirt with the included wind muff. I'm tapping it. With a darker shirt, you won't even see that, but even that is not a big deal. The problem is, most of the people I end up filming are not wearing, they're just wearing a t-shirt. So I can't even get like a zippered shirt. So my issue is for the podcast that I do for someone, one of my clients, it's called the Gret the Bill Show. He is used to using the podcast mics, and they're so impervious to loud sounds that they never peak. So I'm trying to get rid of the mics and the cabling and provide a cleaner look on camera. And so I'm trying to lean more towards using wireless mics, and plus in post that makes my job a heck of a lot easier. So I'm trying to hide it. But the issue here is he literally never wears even a polo or a button-up shirt. So I would have to try and use maybe gaff tape underneath and tape it to the inside of his shirt. That would be a fix as long as the tape holds. Depending on the fabric, it might not really hold, and then it might kind of bunch up here. So I'm going to read this again. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Rode Wireless Go with the built-in mic. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Rode Wireless Go with Comica's own included lav microphone, just for A/Bing the same mic with two different wireless receivers. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Comica BoomX-D Pro with the built-in mic, nothing else. Comica BoomX-D Pro, 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Comica BoomX-D Pro with the included lav mic. Comica BoomX-D Pro 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. Comica built-in mic with included wind muff. Comica BoomX-D Pro 2.4 gigahertz dual channel onboard recording wireless microphone, user manual. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am leaning more towards saying I do recommend the Comica, considering that my issues with the Comica also happen with the Rode. It's basically a thing with the way I talk, and maybe if I lowered my volume coming out of my mouth, then I would get better results. It's a thing I've never really had a problem with before because of the other microphones that I use, high-end microphones, and the high-end labs really don't do that. They handle a beating, but these labs are more budget-minded, and I'd like to say that the packaging and everything Comica includes, including the two different cables for different cameras with more sensitive mic inputs, that's a really nice touch. I don't usually care if something includes a case, but with all the accessories that includes, it's nice to have the semi-hard shell case, and it's nice to have the wind muff and the included lav mics. It's a really nice package for the price. It's really affordable, and you are getting quite a good deal. I've also tested out some other brands that I won't mention because I don't want to diss them here. And it's a similar problem, only they're even less likely to handle loud sounds. So I feel like in order to use them, you would need to put them on a mic stand farther away or something like that. And that kind of defeats the purpose because you want it wireless and you want to kind of hide the mic itself. So I've been going through these different mic companies and doing like overviews and testing, and I'm sure you've noticed that none of them have actually made it to a review or to the channel, because I would rather just not do the review than give a scathing, horrible review. But if you have any questions, you can personally contact me. All the info is on my website and on YouTube, and ask me, hey, such and such brand, do you recommend it? And I'll either give you a yes or a no, no maybe. It is what it is. So don't waste your money, and make sure you thoroughly test something when you buy it, so you have time to send it back if you don't like it. So thanks for checking out this video. Please subscribe and tell your friends. And remember, create, share, repeat, and keep it awesome. I'll see you next time.